Hare Krishna, Ramesh Prabhu, Hegidira.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Pranams.
Krishna, Pranam.
Jai Prabhu.
Prabhu,
Jai Prabhu.
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೆಯಾ?
ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸಂಡೇ ಮಿಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್.
ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ.
ಜಾನ್ವರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಜಾನ್ವರಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ ಮುಗೀತು.
ನಮ್ದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ.
Okay. Start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं चैतन्यमीश्वरम्। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमस्कृपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले पताक स्वामिति नामनि नमाचार्य पदाय निताय कृपपदायिनि गौरकतारिणि। Hare Krishna, Om Tassat. Welcome all for Bhagavatam discussion. So before continuing yesterday where we stopped, any pending task is there? Shruti Mataji, anything is there to discuss?
Prabhuji, actually, what are the qualities of a Vaishnava and what are the offenses against a Vaishnava devotee? So this was what was there to discuss. I'll just tell the qualities of a Vaishnava that should I start, Prabhuji? Okay, the qualities of a Vaishnava as far as I know are one who has surrendered all material and the sense attachments at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, and one who is selfless. The person does not have a ego or pride. Like you told, a Vaishnava devotee is like a straw on the road. He does not feel offended for anything. He is very humble, a very pure person. Pure means your thoughts, words, and actions both are pure. It's not like inside you're thinking, okay, that person has done something, is offended me, I'm really angry, but outside you're showing that you're calm and stable. So thoughts, in the sense, thinking are words. We do not tell by words. Also, we don't speak harshly to anyone, even if they offend. And actions, we don't harm anyone through any bad language or any action. So we are like pure souls who surrender all our sense and material environment and consider that our sole goal is to attain the lotus feet of the Lord, and his devotion and service only is our main goal in life. That is what I understood. And then offenses are, there are many offenses. Few offenses which I came is like, one is like Janma Nirupan, that is offending someone because of low birth. Despite anyone, we cannot tell that okay, he is of a low birth, that is why he is not a Vaishnava devotee. Like we have seen people like Valmiki, Prahlad Maharaj, they were all, Valmiki was born in, he was basically a dacoit who was killing a lot of people. But then he became such a big, Saint Valmiki was such a big devotee that he wrote the Ramayana. We see Prahlad Maharaj was born in the family of a demon. So, based on somebody's birth, you cannot discriminate telling that he cannot be a Vaishnava. So, that is an offense. Second, Sharira Nirupan means offending someone because of their bodily features. So, we cannot, like, if we tell, okay, how can a monkey like Hanuman be a devotee of God? How can Garuda, who is an eagle, eagle is a bird, and we consider like other than a human form, the lower forms are not. They are not that developed because they have got lower forms, and human beings have got the highest level of wisdom to attain self-realization. But if we, these are all Vaishnavas, the monkeys who went with the Rama to Lanka and all. So when we tell that, oh, how can these monkeys do? They are not, or the squirrel which had Brahma, then that is also an offense based on the Sharira Nirupan. Then Bhav Nirupan, offending a Vaishnava thinking he is a small child. Well, we can tell, okay, why Dhruva? Who is Dhruva? He is a small child, so he cannot be a Vaishnava. Vaishnava means a old person, a wise or a elderly person, based on their, because it is told that a wisdom and intelligence is not based on a age. Even a person who is much younger than me can be a great Vaishnava devotee compared to, like, I am not a Vaishnava devotee, but we should not offend even kids telling that, oh, how can this child be, why is this child wearing japa, doing japa and all? It doesn't even know what it is doing. And also, we see in the case of Prahlada and Dhruva, they were just 5-year-old kids, but they were pure Vaishnava devotees. Then Ashram Nirupan. Ashram Nirupan in the sense is we do not tell that, okay, my guru is superior, any Vaishnava. He shouldn't consider the other Vaishnava belongs to another sect, so he is inferior. Based on that, we should not offend one Vaishnava telling that my guru is, or I belong to a higher sect, you belong to a lower sect of Vaishnavas. So based on that, that is called as Ashram Nirupan. Then Avya Nirupan is to criticize someone based on some deformities they have in body, like maybe the gurus, like we see Ashtavakra and all, they had some deformities in the body. So based on the deformity, okay, many gurus might be, like we see even Jayapataka Maharaj also, he has certain illnesses because of that, but based on deformities we can never tell that he is not a Vaishnava. That is a great offense, huh? Oh, so he has got deformities, or we tell that, oh, that is why God has given him punishment. He is not. So that is also an offense. Alasya Nirupana, to judge a Vaishnava based on his bodily activities, eating, drinking, and sleeping. So it is like, okay, if a Vaishnava devotee is eating a lot or he likes sleeping a lot, we cannot tell that, oh, because he is sleeping, he is eating, or he is dancing, oh, he is not a Vaishnava devotee. A Vaishnava devotee needs to be always chanting, should be serious, should not be fun loving or cheerful. So, offense based on Alasya. So, other seven, I couldn't have time to read. There were around seven, another seven. Prabhuji, this much I understood. The next seven, if I go through, I'll come across. This is what. If any
What is the
mistake has
first?
happened, thank you for.
What is the first
First,
one, Mataji?
first one, what I told was this one. Janma Nirupan,
Ja-
offending some Vaishnava because of low birth. Huh?
Janma,
Ni-
Sharira,
Janma
Ashrama,
Sharira Bhava Nirupana, offending a
Bhava.
Vaishnava thing. Huh? Then Ashrama Nirupana,
Okay.
that is offending one because of one's superior, inferior ashram, or belonging to a higher sect or a lower sect of Vaishnava. Avya Nirupana, to criticize someone based on deformities of body. Then sixth is Alasya Nirupana, to judge a Vaishnava based on his bodily activities like eating, drinking, sleeping, or his actions. Oh, he is sleeping a lot, so he is not a Vaishnava and all. So these six, there were I think another 6 or 7 which I couldn't go through.
What is the source, Mataji? Which book is this? Sorry.
This is by ISKCON Maharaj only. Wait, I'll tell Prabhuji
Okay.
one sec.
You can share
I
that. It's
will,
very
yeah, I'll
nice.
share the list later, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Anyone else want to share? Anybody?
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Mataji.
Who is a Vaishnava?
Mm.
About offenses, I have not. I know some offenses which we have discussed in the class. Other than that, I have
Okay.
not gone through it. Your main question was who is a Vaishnava yesterday, and who is a Vaishnava is the devotee who worships Lord Krishna, and
Okay.
and thinks that he is the supreme personality of Godhead, and adhering to certain principles. I think so. Those four principles: no meat eating, no drinking, no illicit sex, and no gambling. And they believe in chanting and then worshipping mainly Krishna is a Vaishnava. Is
Okay.
what I understood. I have not done much research and all that. This is what my understanding. And offenses, we always discuss what are some of the offenses. And anyway, as Shruti Mataji said, it is not only in action, in thought also. We should not think of bad of others and all that. Compassionate, kind, and all these are some of the qualities of a Vaishnava. Kind, compassionate, and truthful.
Mm.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So question definitely who is Vaishnava? And second question was that when we are in a certain position, like I gave example of a teacher, father, mother, reprimanding student or children, or suppose for example in the temple somebody is in authority, reprimanding some other devotee, is it offense
No,
or
this I will
how
answer.
should be? You're
No,
a
it is
teacher, right?
not. It is not offense because we are not doing that with a bad intention. The intention is basically to. It's a good intention, so I don't think so. It will be considered an offense because even we are scolding our children, are correcting our children. That does not come, and again they are also Vaishnavas. That does not come under offense. And I am a teacher. If I am scolding someone, I definitely do not have any bad intention, definitely to correct the child. So it is not offense. Definitely it is for their benefit actually. And anyway, that's for my benefit also.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, teachers understand that at least students will accept, but matured adults in the temple or congregation, how do we handle that? Suppose you are running a program, or suppose you're given a service to do that, and some devotees are working under you for the seva. So in that situation, they are also, and they are not children; they are adults. Maybe certain time, maybe the age-wise they may more than your age, but given a service. So how do you handle that?
Prabhuji, this is my personal experience. Again, I will discuss this. Once you have given us the duty of making the hundi, and then I think so the sufficient number was there. I know that day you are not very happy about it, but you said that it is not ready. At first, yes, it struck me, but then I realized no, he has told for the good of it, and then I have taken it that way only. So maybe I don't know when it goes to higher, and then I do not know. I do not have experience. Definitely, for me, if it is corrected, yes, that is again, it is not offense.
Yeah. Anyone else want to say, comment, anything else on this particular topic? Two topics were discussed. No? Okay.
One who
So
is
first one,
qualified in Vedic literatures.
yeah. Go ahead, Babuji. Go ahead.
One who is qualified in Vedic literatures and capable of preaching. That is an important quality of Vaishnava.
Okay. See, definitely all these answers are correct and different levels. The Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a discussion between the devotees of Kuliyagrama when they come to Jagannath Puri. They ask this question to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu, you are telling that you should serve Vaishnava, you should not offend Vaishnava. Who is Vaishnava? Please tell us. You know what Mahaprabhu answered? He
Simple
said,
thing, Prabhuji.
"Ah,
Just have only just one point, Prabhuji.
yes, Mataji.
Anybody who says just Rama Krishna, anybody touches mala, just japa, just do a little japa. Anybody, first of all, main thing, whoever says Rama Krishna, he is a Vaishnava. No,
So,
Prabhuji?
yes, that's the first answer. Whoever says Krishna once in the life
Krishna,
is a Vaishnava.
he is a Vaishnava.
Now, can we say anybody is not Vaishnava? They might have said with the love or with the offense also, or sometimes envious also, or for fun of also. Krishna's name would have come. They would have made fun of Krishna, saying Krishna. So Mahaprabhu says, whoever says Krishna in once in the life, they are Vaishnava.
Vaishnava.
So, that's where the understanding that what is my position, what their position. In one of the lecture, His Grace Jagashash Prabhu says that when we generally, we discuss saying that, yeah, we are devotees, they are non-devotees. That generally we say, no, those who are outsiders, new devotees or non-devotees. That's kind of words are used. He says, no, I'm a non-devotee, everybody else are devotee. That should be the mood. I'm not a devotee.
Like a blade of grass. So humble like a blade of grass.
I mean, yeah, not just humble alone. The understanding should be like that. Because Mahaprabhu's understanding, if you take it, they definitely would have said Krishna in the lifetime once. That is the understanding. They are Vaishnava. Now, why I have to say I'm not Vaishnava? The next question answered next year. Same Mahaprabhu came to Jagannath Puri. Same devotees of Kuliyagrama asked the same question again. Mahaprabhu, who is Vaishnava? Then he says that who chants the holy name non-stop is Vaishnava. Who chants the holy name non-stop, continuously is a Vaishnava. Okay. Third year, Mahaprabhu again asked when came, the same devotees asked same question. Then he says that whomever is seeing that person, if you are inspired to chant the holy name, is a Vaishnava. Just by seeing that person, you don't have to tell anything. Just by seeing that person, if you're inspired to chant the holy name, he is a Vaishnava. So see the level it goes. Person who says Krishna once, now up to that last level, just by seeing that person, others are inspired to chant the holy name. That's how Mahaprabhu gave Krishna Prema also. Just by seeing Mahaprabhu, everybody started chanting. Of course, Mahaprabhu, Supreme Personality Godhead himself. So now why I'm saying that I'm not Vaishnava, because I'm not in the third category. I'm not in the first category also. I'm not chanting always Krishna's name. Seeing me, nobody will be inspired. So definitely I'm not the Vaishnava. But why others are Vaishnava? Because definitely they would have said Krishna's name in a lifetime. So they are Vaishnava. So this should be my understanding. I should always take it as I'm trying to be Vaishnava. I'm trying to be devotee. I'm trying. I'm nowhere near. But all others are Vaishnavas. Because what is there in their heart for Krishna, I don't know. What kind of a love, affection they have for Krishna, I don't know. I cannot, get in their heart and find out. So my job is to just simply accept them as a Vaishnava and do not offend, possible at least serve them and don't offend. That should be the mood. So this is the first level, because this is where we make mistake. Generally, when you write, giving a class also, non-devotees, we say that, they are otherwise. Today one new devotee has come. I mean, who is new? I am or he? I should guess. I may be new. He is maybe, very loving service to Krishna. For in this congregation, he would have come first time. We can say that is first time coming here, but it's not a new devotee. Or sometimes we say that neophyte devotee, we say. No, because the wordings I use, I should be very, very careful. He may not be new devotee. I'm new. Similarly, this question was asked His Grace Amrendra Prabhu. He answers that it's not Vaishnava, who is senior? That's the question. I think I would have shared earlier also. Just because I came to ISKCON one day before, other person came next day, I will not become senior. That's what happens today, right? I'm in the movement for 20 years, so I become senior. There's other person in the movement for 2 years is senior. No. Just now, Shruti Mata said, just because the person has got the young age or he has got, less experience, it doesn't mean that he is not a senior. So, Amarendra Prabhu says that he uses the word senior. There's a two way of understanding. Seen years, SEN, seen years. That means that's the one way of categorizing a person, senior or not. Seen near to the devotees is a second way of understanding. The person who serves Vaishnava, person is close to Vaishnava, is a senior. He may be very young age, maybe very child, or totally never came to ISKCON at all, but is serving Vaishnavas, maybe different moment. We cannot say just because ISKCON is the only, no, ISKCON is not the only moment. There are so many Vaishnava movements. So we cannot distinguish or differentiate people saying that they are non-Vaishnavas or they are non-devotees. This is where we should be very, very careful. So one who serves Vaishnava, because one who serves Vaishnava means he is dear to Krishna only, because Krishna is very dear to his devotees. One who always serves Vaishnava is near to Krishna, he is senior. Now, generally for administration purpose, when we say senior, we say that, for example, age is one category. Suppose age-wise senior, we say senior. Or the position-wise, somebody is a temple president, somebody, maybe others are the age-wise more, but he is a temple president or position, he is senior, that particular, because he is holding that position. Or he is qualified, he is Pandita, Shastra-wise. Yes, we can accept him as senior. But the conclusion point is that whether he is seen near to the devotees, is he serving Vaishnavas? That is a conclusion point. That's how we should understand. So who is Vaishnava? One who is just by seeing that devotee, others gets inspired to chant the holy name. He is the first highest level of Vaishnava. We should aspire to become that. I'm nowhere near to that. That's a point. But I'm just sharing what. So now offenses we discussed, and majority of us know the offenses. So as a devotees, I should always have a practice of thinking that I'm nowhere, everybody else is senior, and my job is to serve them. That's the mood I should develop. That's why His Grace Jagashraj Prabhu also says that if you are not wipe the tears of other person, you have no right to slap. The example I gave, like, when you're given a service to manage certain project or certain festival, and you have team, for example, and when you get the position, it tend to, show your power. Generally, yes, I'm the boss, so you have to listen what I said. That will happen, right? So that's why Jagshay Prabhu says that you get that position, you have to wipe the tears, means that we should serve them, understand the problem. Then maybe you can chastise them, provided they accept it. So otherwise, yes, school understand that, our parents understand that, but when dealing the Vaishnavas, we should be very, very careful. Yes, we have to take the service of other person. At the same time, we should, behave such a way that it doesn't hurt them. Even though you have a position or you are given a seva. For the seva purpose, sometimes we may do that, but by mistake, something said, immediately go and apologize that person. Even though he may be young, he may be new, he may be, junior to you, but immediately apologize if you had said something. That's the mood I should develop. In case of Prabhupada also, many times, Prabhupada would have chastised, but very moment Prabhupada's mood will change. He will, shower his love on them. That's the reason the disciples of Prabhupada, they were ready to give their life because they knew exactly what Prabhupada is. Prabhupada is, he may chastise given situation because one example, like who is Vaishnava, forgot the disciple's name. I think in one of the temple inauguration. So the devotees were working because next day is the inauguration day. Devotees are working up to 2 o'clock in the midnight, to cleaning up, keeping everything ready. Morning 4 o'clock, Prabhupada comes from Mangalarati. Nobody is there. Immediately called the temple commander. Where are you? And this devotee, the Prabhupada disciple, because he had no place to sleep. He was sleeping on the steps in veranda somewhere because up to 2 o'clock they worked. The 4 o'clock somebody ran and woke him up. Prabhupada is calling. So immediately took a shower and came running and paid obeisance. Prabhupada said, where are you? Prabhupada, we were devotees working up to midnight, 2 o'clock. Prabhupada said, who is devotee? Who is the devotee you're talking about here? Mangalarati should be there. See he handled them, but immediately his shower is loud on them because he's chastising for a given a purpose. Doesn't mean that he doesn't appreciate. There was another incident of Malati Mataji also. I would have told earlier also. Malati Mataji, initial days, maybe after Prabhupada came to from Mayapur, Prabhupada one day called his god brothers, arranged, big feast. All the sannyasis, Gaudiya sannyasis, they all come. So Malati Mataji and other disciples, they were, cooking puri or chapati and serving hot chapatis to all the sannyasis and Prabhupada also. Prabhupada will open the chapati. Hey, what is this? It's not chapati. It's a fried one. It's a boiled, kind of a half-cooked one. He will chastise it. Each time he'll chastise in front of everybody. There are so many sannyasis sitting. This Malati Mataji went down, started weeping, crying, tears. I did so much. My Gurudev is, not happy. She was weeping. Still, she'll wipe tears and run to the kitchen and bring one next chapati. It will happen. And after everything is finished, Prabhupada called Malati Mataji. Now he addressed all the God brothers. He asked them, my dear, do you know who is this girl? She is American. She has no idea about Indian cooking. She has no idea about your chapati and things like that. Just 1 month, 2 months. She tried her best. Even I'm chastising her, she did not utter a word because she loves me so much. She will give her life to me. And then he said, in return, I'll give my life to her. This is what Prabhupada said. When Malati Mataji heard this, her real tears came, tears of happiness. All this time, tears of, sorrow. Now, when Prabhupada said, I'll give my life to her, the tears of happiness came. This is the mood of Prabhupada. For disciple, he was ready to do anything. So, why I'm saying this? This is how we should treat devotees, devotee care. Prabhupada always caring for his devotees, the best of, even Prabhupada or his disciples, my Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Guru Maharaj, he was, so, even whatever situation, he will care for others. He will not bother for himself. Even in the ICU, he is, kind of a life and death situation, but he's not bothered about himself. He is bothered about the patient next to the bed and other place. What is he doing? What is to be done for him? He is caring for others. He is talking about others. This is the mood of devotee. This is how we should develop and forget offending them. He's always caring for others. So this is the devotee, and who is a devotee, and how we serve devotees. Okay. So I think half an hour gone here. Any devotees want to say anything? Please unmute yourself and say. Yes, Asha Mataji, you want to start quickly?
Prabhuji, nothing. I understood.
Thank you. Maria
I
Prabhu.
had this question I asked earlier also, because you kept telling that everyone is a Vaishnava who has said once Krishna, and then when we are doing some work, sometimes we may have to correct, we may have to be angry also. So the time I have in the beginning itself, I have asked that is it wrong or is it right? So I got an answer then itself, and yes, I got the point correctly here, Prabhuji. Thank you for that class.
So that place also, time, place, circumstances, and mood. These 4 points we should understand. Where to chastise them? Time means what is the time suitable? Is that person is in a good mood to receive a chastisement, or is in anger? If that's the time, if you chastise, she will give back. It will flare up unnecessarily. We should select the right time and place. Definitely not in front of everybody. If at all you want to correct in private. And circumstances, you need to understand what circumstances that person going through, or why did they did that, and ask and understand. Then your position. Do you have a right to do that? First of all, do you have been empowered to do that? If not, don't bother. If you may ask, who are you? Why? Who are you? Asking me. Who are you? That also I should understand. So time, place, circumstances, and position. This I should understand it. Then if I do that, and the mood, most important, like Ashramata said, mood is important. Why I am doing it? With what intention? Other person will understand. If the intention is good, he will accept. He will always think that, yes, it was for my good. So I'll correct myself. But intention is to, either exploit or take undue advantage or overpower the control, then they will understand this man is after something else. So first of all, they will get hurt, and second, they will never come to the service again. So we should be very careful on that. Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranams. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. I have understood that everybody is Vaishnavas except me, and I must get rid of all my egos. I must get rid of my pride. I must be more and more humble, and I must get rid of all my bad qualities. I must try to. I must realize that yeah, every day, every this thing, I have to learn something, and I must try to imbibe all good qualities. That should be my goal. That should be my aim in my life. That much I have understood, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Kanchana Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, my humble pranams.
Pranams to you.
Vaishnava is a true devotee, pure devotee who not only improves himself by chanting and doing devotional service, but encourages his fellow devotees also to concentrate more on Lord. Whatever may be the circumstances, whatever hurt, like you told about Mataji cooking chapati and giving to Srila Prabhupada ki jai, and then he showed that hurt, she should not take hurt in a way. It should be for taking it in a right cause, and it brings transformation in others also. By his example, others will also learn that hurt should not be taken in a serious. It is also one of divine grace. You have to accept it that way. It is for improving ourselves also and for bringing a transformation in others' actions also. This devotional service, pride should not enter. We should always be humble and kind towards all and engage in devotional service unitedly. There may be so many differences, but Lord should be pleased, fellow devotees should be pleased. In that, we have to concentrate more on devotional service that will please Krishna. And like you said, only through devotional service our lives are improved and there is a transformation for spiritual progress, spiritual advancement. But anything other than this, sincere devotional service, it will lead to this. You told that word. I'm sorry, I'm not remembering. Like hurting others and hypocrisy and doing something else. All these which are contrary to the pure devotional service should be avoided. So we should lead our examples. We should lead by concentrating more on Lord and try to live by example so that others who want to improve themselves, they will get transformed and they will be directed towards devotional service. That should be our aim. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank
My
you,
humble
Mataji.
pranam.
Thank you. Thank you. Jai Jasmine Mataji, you want to say anything? Jai Jasmine, are you there? Hare Krishna. Okay. Reena Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam. So, a Vaishnava is a true devotee who worships Lord Sri Krishna and follows the path of bhakti or loving devotional service. Whereas if somebody is offending or disrespecting a devotee, then that person is committing Vaishnava aparadh. So that's the learning, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Jai Jasmine Mataji, you want to say anything? Are you there?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mataji, you want to share anything? Any points?
My today's takeaway is that whosoever says Krishna once in one's lifetime is a Vaishnava. It's such beautifully you have explained, Prabhuji. And the second and third stages also where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes to his hometown and the Vaishnavas ask. It's beautifully explained. This is my takeaway. So in every human being, the God, the Krishna consciousness is there. That's it. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Sudha Mataji,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So yes, I think everyone covered all the points. So being Vaishnava means we should leave everything, all the material desires, and totally in we should be in Krishna's service. That is the main thing. And I should be
Then,
and
then where I'll go now?
I mean, we have to do our work thinking
Yeah.
that this is the work that Krishna has given it to me. So, because he has given this responsibility, so I'm doing all this, whatever we are doing every day, because that is being a Grihastha, it's our responsibility. It is the duty given by Krishna to us to serve the people in our family. So that we have, if it is good if we do with detachment. That is bit difficult when it comes to children, but that is should be the otherwise, only then you will be easily drawn towards spiritual. You'll be growing towards, I'll be growing towards spiritual ladder. So that should be the thing. And Vaishnava Aparadha is a sin that I think you have discussed before, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So in the family also, Acharya says that reduce the detachment, increase the affection. Affection, we care for them. Care means, you do good to them, because whether a son or daughter or anybody else, of course, son, daughter, relatives will have more love. That's why we have to care for them, but don't attach too much. So reduce
Yes, Prabhuji.
attachment, increase affection. That's
Yes,
where
Prabhuji.
we should try.
Yeah, that way actually this is our Sanatan Dharma is a science to be for our well-being. Why? Because what you're saying now, it came to my mind because what you said is very true, Prabhuji. Why? Because suppose if we attach, then if suppose our children are not reading, we react more. Suppose if we just care for them, then that balance will come automatically. So I think Bhagavad Gita is excellent way on on how to on how to improve humans' behavior. What you're saying is right, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Because
Mataji.
once we have a lot of attachment, all emotions will pop up. Otherwise, if we do as caring, then all these can be nullified.
True.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Shri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams.
Pranam Mataji.
In a person, if he says Rama Krishna and he's doing devotional service to the Lord, he's a Vaishnava. He's considered to be number one Vaishnava. And the level of Vaishnavism is different, of course. So some are totally transcendental, and some are in a transcendental way, and some are third class, second class, and this fourth class. It is like that. But then whoever is following Vaishnavism, we should not hurt them in any way. We have no right to hurt them in any way. So that is considered as Vaishnava Aparadh, and it is very sinful to come back to the normal position. It is difficult. Then whoever we are following devotional service, we should be very, very humble, like a blade of grass, as our Acharya says. And we should never get that proud and ego. That should be completely avoided. Then Lord Krishna likes a person who, the best person he likes is whoever preaches. Like how our Prabhupada says that be devotees and preach. Like that, Krishna also likes whoever preaches his name, whoever glorifies, whoever preaches. So, practicing devotional service, we should try to preach as much as possible, make devotees as much as possible. And because we have come from God's abode only to the material world, because for our desires and all, we have come. Desires, enjoyment, and all. So to go back to the original position, Lord's abode, we have to do bhakti, and we have to preach. We have to tell everybody that this is not our place. We have to go back to Godhead.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
Shruti
Krishna.
Mataji. Shruti Mataji, you want to say anything?
Nothing, Prabhu. Everyone has told very nicely. Thanks.
Diya Mataji, concluding words. Diya is there.
Our speaker is not working, Prabhuji, so he will tell from my phone.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
All are Vaishnava devotees except me, and to be a pure Vaishnavite, one should leave everything and become Krishna's consciousness. One should chant and should always be in Krishna's service. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Also, when I say I'm not a Vaishnava, I should not have inferior quality. That's also important. I should not be having inferiority.
Okay,
I should have a true ego. Prabhupada says false ego and true ego. False
Okay,
ego is that I'm the master. True ego is that I'm a servant of Krishna. That's a true ego. I should be proud. Yes, I'm a servant of Krishna.
I
That
think
way.
they have told like this because people, if they think that they are great Vaishnavas, that pride will come comes. That's the reason I think they have told like this, Prabhuji.
Yes. My pride is that I'm a very humble servant of Krishna. Or not only Krishna, everybody. That is a proud. So no inferiority complex. That's also important. Otherwise, people will be, in an inferiority complex. Oh, I'm not nothing.
Wow.
When remember this once, my Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, went to Prabhupada. Said, Prabhupada, I am good for nothing. I'm so far. No, I'm so fallen, Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, who told you to fall down? You're not fallen. I mean, see, the point is that if I think that I'm fallen, I'll be there only. Come up. That's an opportunity for us to come up. The point is that I should not have inferior complex, but at the same time, should not have pride. That's a balance I should understand. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, so we'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll continue next one. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubevacha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai Hare Krishna. Still, some devotees are regularly coming or not coming. Please, possible, message them, inspire them to come. Please.
Prabhuji, Umashankar Prabhuji is not coming nowadays.
I spoke to him. He says attending some other classes like some work related. Just somebody can please inspire at least this half an hour possible. Everybody, Varsha Mataji not seen, Hanshika Mataji not seen few days. Please, possible, inspire them to join. There are 30-40 devotees in the group. And even our Sunday group, many of not coming. Please, let's try our best. Let's keep doing it.